Is Jamaica's Antonio Watson the next sprint king? Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Now, please go ahead, hit the subscribe button so we can continue to grow. Look, we have a personal goal of getting to 10,000 subs. We're getting there very quickly because of people like yourself. We're growing, people. We're growing, and it's because of you. So hit that subscribe button. Also, if you enjoy our content, hit the like button. The algorithms absolutely love that engagement. It's really important. It pushes out the vlogs there. It gets it out. So hit the like button. Plus, people, it's absolutely free to just hit the button. Just hit the button. Hit the button. Finally, please leave a comment. Also, that engagement of leaving a comment is very important to the algorithms. 1, 2. I often learn a lot. Sometimes it'll make me laugh. Sometimes it'll make me cry. Sometimes we just have to agree to disagree. But I'm often astounded by your track and field knowledge. So please leave a comment. So, are you ready to talk about Petersfield's amazing sprinter, the one and only Antonio Watson? Are you ready? Yep. Good to go. Arguably one of the most talented young athletes out of Jamaica to date, Antonio Watson became somewhat of a controversial character earlier this year in 2021. But we're going to deal with that another time, yeah? We're going to talk about that another time. Let's look at some of his greatest races to date in sequence, beginning in 2016. You see, there's a specific reason why I asked this question about him becoming a sprint king. I believe Antonio Watson fulfills 3 of the primary categories that I think makes him a prime subject for this. So we're going to start with 2016 Class 3 Boys 200 meter finals. He wins in a time of 22.61 with a negative 2.2 wind. This was a remarkable race and one of my favorites. Young Antonio here, I believe, is 14 years of age. Am I correct? 14? Yes. 14 or 15 years of age. And does what he does best on this 200 meters. Truly one of my favorite Antonio Watson races. Great start. But he's an athlete who runs from behind. That's him all the way out there in lane 8, people. And just watch this. Watch. Are you seeing this? Are you seeing this? Unbelievable. He ran, when they hit that 200 meter, he must have been in about 4th or 5th place. And he ran from 4th or 5th place to win. In an extremely fast time, 22.61. He was 14 or 15. I know he's 20 years old now. I don't know, my brain's not working correctly. But that was the first time I remember seeing him run. And that struck me. That the grit to do what he did, remarkable. So here we are now, the World Under 18 Championships in Nairobi, Kenya, 2017. He's 15 in 2017, so he was 14 then. And he wins the 400 meters in 46.59, which at the time was his personal best. I'm just showing you a clip of this because I don't want to infringe on anyone's copyright. But same thing again, running from behind, almost the back of the pack, coming in from about 4th to pass everyone, including his Jamaican compatriot, to win, and running a PB 49.59 and doing an incredible job. 15 years of age on the 18 World Championships in Nairobi, Kenya. Now, I know that in looking at his running style, it needs some work, but before we get into that now, so it's 2018 Boys and Girls Champs. He's in Class 2, the 200 meter finals, and he wins in 20.98 in a plus 1.2 wind. Another remarkable run. One of my favorites also. Now, I did not see this race originally, but went back, looked at the video, and again, was super impressed with this run. That's Sachin Dennis, who was a clear favorite. Dennis, of course, was the one to beat, but look again at Antonio Watson. Getting him right on the line, coming again from way around there at third or fourth. This kind of focus and determination in an athlete is very important, and of course he's gimmicking again, as he always does. This seems to be something that he started to do maybe around 15-16 years of age. So now we get to the Youth Olympic Games 2017, the 200 meter finals, and I think this was in Buenos Aires, in South America, and he wins a silver medal in 21.08. Another solid performance, and he had been concentrating on the 200 meters, and he purposefully dropped down to the 200 meters, and he says that this was one of his most I'll read it to you a little later on, but another very solid race from him. Didn't win, but this was not his baby. His baby is actually the 400 meters, but another brilliant run, running from behind to take that silver medal in a pretty fast time, 20.08, I think. Yeah, 0.08. So he says, first of all, I have to give God thanks for a healthy championship. I'm feeling on a high, knowing that I moved down to the 200 meters to compete here and came out with a silver medal. I'm very proud of myself. I'd be very proud of myself too. So there are a couple of things that starts to emerge about the way Antonio Watson runs. Running that the grit and determination one needs to run from behind to win the way he does consistently against people like a Sachin Dennis, who we all know is one of the greatest young sprinters out of Jamaica. Says a lot about his focus and his determination and his, some people, I like to say killer instinct. I don't like using that word, but that's really the correct thing. His killer instinct to win. That's a really important thing. So let's get to the 400 meters GC Foster Classic 2018. He wins in a time of 46.83, the GC Foster Classic 2018, 400 meters. And another great run from this young talent. One of the things I also want to point out here, outside of his killer instinct, his turning up on the big occasions, meaning his determination and his focus and his will to win. Very important. This young man is determined to win at all cost. And that's something about him that I think must be seriously admired. It's also the fact that he's pretty diverse, 200, 400. So we are the Velocity Fest 2020. He wins the 200, the 100 meters in a time of 10.53, negative 0.8 wind. This is in 2020. Look at that. Convincing win. Another convincing win. A very, very unique talent. So let's look at that. 400 meters, amazing runner. 200 meters, clearly amazing runner. But he also has the 100 meter speed, 10.53. 10.53 at age 19, and that's not his specialty. It's very impressive. In fact, his actual PB, I couldn't find it, is 10.39. That's his actual personal best in the 100 meters. 10.39 is a pretty impressive speed when that's not your baby. So it's March the 8th, 2020, National Stadium men's 200 meter. And he wins the 200 meter in 20.52, a PB, in a plus 1.4 wind. Another very, very dominant win. I'm watching the race, people. I enjoy seeing this young lion win. It's just a remarkable talent, and it's It's sheer raw speed, brute force, will, and you can see that his technique is improving and improving. Very focused and very determined to win. That will to win in a young athlete is a key component in becoming a world class sprinter or a sprint king. So we have a young man who 100 meters PB 10.39, and understand that that is not his baby. That's not the thing that he runs constantly. Is 200 meters 20.52, because that run that you just saw in 2020, that's his PB. 20.52 is personal best. 19 years of age. Very, very, very fast, very, very talented. And then of course the 400 meter, which is really his baby. Now he said in 2017 or 2018 that he really loved the 200 meters. So we're going to look at him here in 2021. Now I should say this very quickly. All of us know what happened because of the pandemic, so the season cancelled in 2020. So we jump to 2021 JAA qualifying. See it at the stadium, and he wins the men's 400 meters in his personal best in a time of 46.27. Now I know this is not a sub 44 or a sub 45, but technically 2020 he lost that entire season in terms of growth, and he still improved. He had not ran for almost a year. So this was in March of 2021. So this was still a very impressive 400 meter run. Had he had the opportunity to run through 2020 the way he would have under normal circumstances, I believe he'd be closer to that 45 or maybe even a sub 45. I'm seeing him consistently improving in the races. So I kind of, to me, I see two elements right now that are very important. One is his desire to win, and this is evident in almost all of his races. That absolute will to win. But to me, this race, Champs 2021, early this year, Class 1 boys, 200 meters, this is the epitome of him being determined to win. He wins in a time of 20.74. Class 1 boys, 20 years of age, I believe, at this point. He's 20 years of age. And this says everything to me about how focused he is to win. Now, everyone else got distracted with his hand gestures. We talked about that some other time. I mean, this was several months ago. I never said anything at that point. Well, we weren't even doing track and field at that point, but I have my opinion about that. So I'll talk about it some other point. However, the 20.74, this win, I'm not going to talk, just watch. Once again, he's way behind. He's way behind Brian Level, way behind. And look, watch this. Look at this. That's not ordinary, people. That's not ordinary. That's I know that we all got distracted with the frivolities, and as Jamaicans sometimes we can be a little pretentious, but we got distracted with other things, and I get all of that stuff. Like I said, I'll address that in my own time. But that run, take away, put yourself, forget all this other stuff, the hand gestures and all of that. Did you see that run? He was at least 3 meters behind, 3 meters down in the 200 meters. Level was running a brilliant race. I mean, I don't see how Level could have run a better race than this race. Let me shut up. Watch again. He's 3 meters down. Watch this. If that's not a winner's instinct, what is? What is? Look, I am convinced that this young man will become our next sprint king. Now, I know you're going to say you're eternally optimistic, but look at his PBs in the 400, 200, 100 meters. That 10.39 is nothing to scoff at. That is not his pet peeve. It's not his event. 46.27 after not running for over a year is now personal best in the 400 meters. Clearly he's going to improve. That capacity to run from behind, that's not ordinary people. Most athletes, if you're 3 meters, 2 meters ahead of them in a 200 meter, they basically give up and shut down. Okay, here's the three things. That deep-seated desire to win is key to becoming a great sprinter and a sprint king. Think about Usain Bolt, for instance. That I refuse to lose, that never say die kind of mentality. Key, huge factor. 2, multifaceted and extremely talented in the 400, 200, and the 100 meters. He's clearly fast. He does need work on his technique. I do believe that if he came out of the blocks faster, he would run even faster times in the 200 and certainly in 100 meters. So he has these 3 facets and he's very, very fast in all 3. Because, number 3, because of his determination to win and his natural speed, he shows up on the big occasions. He doesn't wilt in the face of adversity. He pushes through. That may be one of the problems I've seen with some of the other young male sprinters. This young man doesn't back down. He turns up. The only time he didn't do very, very well, I think, might have been in 2018, I think. And he was injured. It was revealed later on that he was injured. If it wasn't 2018, correct me. It's either 2018 or 2019. It's one of them. But he was clearly injured, and he didn't make it to the finals of the 400 meters. I think Antonio Watson of Petersfield, formerly of Petersfield, has all the ingredients to becoming Jamaica's next sprint king. Look, remember, hit the subscribe button. It helps the channel to continue to grow. We're getting to that 10,000 subs. Help us to get there. Hit the subscribe button. If you enjoy the content, hit that like button. It's absolutely free to hit the button. Share out the content if you also enjoy that. And leave a comment. I really want to know if you agree with me, if you disagree with me, where you think my reasoning is wrong, where you think it's right. It's, because this is about engagement. It's about us discussing this track and field that we all love so very, very much as yardies and as fans of Jamaican track and field. So leave a comment. So I want to know what you think. We're fast getting to the 10,000 subs. We're going to have a nice surprise for our subscribers when we get to that 10,000 subs. So help us to grow. Remember what I always say. You are all kings and queens. You are all special. Let no one tell you otherwise. Avoid negative people. We must run from them like the plague. Those people tell you that you can't and you can't and you can't. Avoid them. Try to stay positive even in the darkest of times. And as always, bless up. Yeah. Bless up.